All the Alpine Mountains return to host round number 1 of the Formula Regional European Championship here, presented by Alpine, no longer by the FIA. We returned to the FIA for 2026. Let's see if this season is any better than what we had last year. An absolute amazing championship battle between Matteo De Parlo and, of course, the man, the myth, the legend, Freddie Slater, who's taken out multiple championships so far this season. Will he go back-to-back in F3? We'll have to wait and find out at the end of the year. But we focus now on Freck here. And our pole position sitter, Keen Nakamura Berta, starting alongside him, will be Alex Nedovich, of course, on the Road and Motorsport team. The Australian driver starts just alongside him, and we'll see how that goes for himself to see whether or not he can try and pull a race win out of the bag. You can see there on the graphic, 2.5 minutes until race starts. This is going to be good. The first race of the season is about to bring some of probably the most best racing you will see all season. Keen Nakamura Berta, can he go back-to-back? More like back-to-back-to-back. Can he go the E4? Can he go Italian F4? And can he go Freck coming into this season? Racing for the Prema team. The British driver lines up position 1 on the grid. Lining up alongside him is Rashid Al Daheri, the Yazheat driver. Won the Middle Eastern Championship. Be hoping to go back-to-back. Car 71, Rashid Al Daheri. Watch out for him. They're second on the grid. As we've got just over 90 seconds until race start here. Third position on the grid, the guy himself, the Australian, Alex Nedovich. Quite tall is Alex Nedovich. You can see how high he's up in the cockpit. The Road and Motorsport team. We're hoping Alex Nedovich can put together a well-deserved win, more or less, coming into this season. Another very, very quick driver as well. The American sensation, Sebastian Weldon, starts position 4. Let's send it now down to the grid.
I worked well with the team, so let's see what we can do from P4.
Sebastian Weldon, best of luck, mate. Son of the two-time Indianapolis 500 champion. And Weldon, ready to go for the first race, the FIA Formula Regional European Championship. Chris, back to you in commentary.
This is going to be one heck of a race. 40 seconds until race start. In Silvestri down there on the grid, having a chat to Sebastian Weldon. See what he can do from position 4 on the grid. The top 4 were covered by just less than a tenth. 0.050 of a second covered the top 4 in qualifying. Will that be as tight in this race? I can only expect it will be. 15 seconds until race start. Until the formation lap gets underway here this afternoon. And the clock will tick in 4, 3, 2, 1. And the formation lap for the Formula Regional European Championship will be getting underway in just moments' time here for Freck. There is the green flag about to be waved. Bit of a delay to the green flag being waved. There we go. Green lights on, green flag away. And the formation lap now boots itself underway. This driver's going to get one all-important lap. Approximately 2 minutes to get these tyres up to temperature and pressure. Probably the most important 2 minutes of the season. Try and get as much temperature into the tyres as humanly possible. 30 minutes plus 1 lap. Let's take a look at the starting grid now for the Formula Regional European Championship. It is Keen Nakamura Berta and Rashid Al Daheri, as I said, on the front row of the grid, followed by Alex Nedovich and Sebastian Weldon in position 4, the American driver for MP Motorsport, and then Alex Nedovich for Road Motorsport. Emmanuel Olivieri, the Italian driver for RSGP, and Reno Franco in position 6 for CL Motorsport in the 69 car. Maximilian Popov, the Italian driver for the Trident Motorsport team, and of course Thomas Doltremanes in position 8 for the Prema team. Zenucci, the Italian, for MP Motorsport, starting position 9. And Alexander Munoz, the ART team, starting position 10. Dion Gowda, the Indian driver, for Van MS4. And Razasev Workin in position 12. Alex Abkazava in position 13. And Kai Damianani in position 14 for the Trident Motorsport team. Then Salim Hunter and Gabriel Gomez starting down in position 16. It's an absolute stinker for himself. Jules Russell and Andrea Dup for the Van MS4 team and the CL Motorsport team. Francesco Madico in position 19 and Matteo Gigardi in position 20. Kabir Anoak in position 21 and Andrea Kostic in position 22 for the Trident Motorsport team and the ART team for Kabir Anoak. Jan Perezowski in position 23 and Yuki Sano, the Japanese driver, in position 24. RPM and RHGP. Along with Marcus Saita and Anya Frey for the G4 Racing team and the CL Motorsport team as well. Nearly 30 cars on this grid. Miguel Acosta in position 27 and Saga Al Moshri for the G4 Racing team and RPM as well. Rahim Al-Badi in position 29 and Saka Al Moshri in position 34. For the third G4 Racing car on this grid, and of course RSGP lining up position 29. 30 cars on the grids. How many will survive race 1? That is the big and all-important question. The only single-seater racing we have here this weekend is Freck, so it's going to get a lot of attention as well. The run up into turn 3 will be very important. The run into turn number 1 as well. It's a fast right-handing kink, and anything can happen. Turn 3, hairpin. Easy to make a mistake. Slosh goal, turn 4. Up through turn 5 into turn 6, the fast right-hander. Before then, quickly heading on to turn 7. Turn 8, 9, fast right-hander. Turn 10 into the final corner. The drop down and make your run to the line. And that completes the 2.6 miles, 4.381 kilometers. But for the first time in 6 months, we are about to go racing for 30 minutes, 5 red lights in the gantry, and it's lights out and away we go on a slow start from what was one of the RSGP cars who have not moved off the line. Ken Nakamura about to immediately coming to the outside. They're 3 wide into turn number 1. Who will use push to pass first? Right around the outside goes Alex Ninovich. There's debris flying up everywhere into turn number 1. Cars off the road as they try and fight for position. What a start from Ken Nakamura Berta. He covered and almost bogged down off the line. He went nowhere, but somehow kept the lead. Lock up for Alex Ninovich into turn 1, but was able to keep the position. They all run 3, 4 wide into turn 3. Will they all make it out the other side? They do. Yes, they do. Thank God for that. We get our first racing lap of 2026, and it's Arashid Al-Daheri in the Yaz Heat colours, lining into turn 4, of which is Slosh Gold. Yeah, they're all running 2 by 2 now. Slosh Gold making a run out the other side. They're 3 wide further back in the grids as they all try and fight for position on this opening lap. Using and burning a bit of that push to pass as well. Drivers on the outside line. You wouldn't want to be sticking out there with all the gravel and dust and dirt as a car kicking up gravel in the process. That is Medico kicking up dust and a little bit of dirt in the process. Drivers now making their run round turn 9 and out the other side into turn 10. Push to pass. You've got that 5 times to use throughout this race. 28 minutes plus 1 lap, and everybody somehow, some way, has got through turn 1, well, lap 1 should I say, in quite an orderly fashion. Yeah, very, very good start indeed. Now way up the inside and moving to the left-hand side of the circuit. That is Thomas Doltramanos way up the curb and actually pounding the curb on the exit as well as they all try and fight for position. Thomas Doltramanos up the inside of Maximilian Popov looking for the move. They're 3 and 4 wide further back up into turn 3 into the hairpin. Can they all fight their way through? They're actually 4 wide into turn 3. That never ends well. Will it end well this time around? I think it might. I think it has, actually. There's a car way up the curb and off the road. And you got the flag out there in the background. But so far, so good. Ken Nakamura battling for the lead as he tries to look around the outside. Not going to happen. One of the Prema cars locking up. And that is a damaged Gabriel Gomez. Gabriel Gomez, the Voden Motorsport team, have already got rear right suspension damage, and that will be a safety car. Turn 3, contact with I'm not sure who, though. that will be a safety car. And there we go. Lap 2 of Freck. And it's already turned absolute mayhem. Gabriel Gomez out in the early part of this race. And it looks to be our victim of Jan Perezowski. Sorry, that's Enya Frey in car 6. The Switzerland driver for the CL Motorsport team. Off the road and in the grass in the process. Catch your breath. Safety car has been deployed here. Catch your breath once more. Safety car deployed. And we've still got 26 minutes plus 1 lap to go. What a start. What a start. And we'll get a replay of the start in a few moments' time and exactly what happened to Gabriel Gomez, because he started position 16 and he's now all the way down the grid. How unfortunate. He said to the media at the start of the week, let's take a look what happened actually to Gomez. Makes his run up to turn 3, and that was contact with one of the Road Motorsport cars. And if I was to guess, that would have been, I'm not even sure who that was, as they made their run up into turn 3. But I know it was one of the Road Motorsport cars that was involved in it. Actually get a closer look here. No, we won't. If I can get the car number, that is car 23. That is definitely Abadi. It was run into what looks to be the rear end of that car. I think it's also car 5, which is Miguel Acosta, who's also caught up in that as well, which is very unfortunate. So, Abadi, unfortunately, with contact and off the road, that would explain what happened to Enya Frey to go off the road down there at Slosh Gold, running out of road, and he was actually way up the curb in the process. So, possibly a bit of tyre locking to go on there. Is there more to that story, though? Is there a puncture to one of those Pirellis, which of course are very, very helpful coming into this weekend? Is there possibly damage to one of those Pirellis? That is the big question. But also the big question is, the championship antagonist in the Italian and E4 championships is out. The Brazilian quickly out of this race. And that is unfortunate. And a stall off the line. I'll just tell you who that was. It was one of the Road Motorsport cars as well. So, sorry, Van MS4, who has not had a good start, actually, if I'm being completely honest with you. Not a good start. Was that Alex Ninovich? Must I question? No, it wasn't, but Alex Ninovich was way up the curb, and I think most of the cars were as well, straddling the ripple strip on the outside of turn 1, as they all tried to fight for position into turn 1. Bit of contact further back, I would think, by the look of this replay. A bit of wheel-to-wheel rubbing, and that was Gabriel Gomez going off the road at turn 1, so as he tries to find his way around. And this is turn 3 now. A bit of side-to-side contact with the leaders. Leaders making a bit of contact into turn number 3. And that, around, goes one of the RPM cars. Around he goes, and there's Alex Ninovich right around the outside. They all fight for position. Race control have noted an incident. Safety car is in this lap. So whilst we've been looking at these replays, safety car, the Austrian crew have done an amazing job. And we're going back to green flag racing. So what a job from the marshals down there. And that is unfortunate, though, for Gabriel Gomez to be out of this race so early on in the championship. And that immediately just puts him on the back foot through really most of the year. With Dylan Gowder going off the road at turn 1. So it was Dylan Gowder a bit wide and way up the curb in the process. So Dylan Gowder, the Indian driver. And we'll be looking for a better season, will Dylan Gowder. Of course, coming into this weekend, the drivers will have, of course, new chassis as we about to get back to green flag racing. Push to pass system allows an extra 25 horsepower, and you get to use that 5 times. How will that be used in this race? That is the all-important talking point. 5 push to passes, and there probably would have been one used off the line. Everybody now, back to green flag racing. We're green here in Freck, should I say, for 2026. Back to green for the first time this year. They all file their way around the final corner and power down. It's back to green flag racing. It's green, and it's go up into turn number 1 as they all try and fight for position into turn 1 as they fully sideways goes one of the G4 racing cars. They try and fight for position. There's Sebastian Weldon as up the inside goes 2 cars further up in the background. Reginol the Hairy with a big lock up into turn 3, and that would have definitely put a flat spot on that right front tyre as he tried to control the car under braking. It just didn't happen, and cold tyres, that's what can happen. It can all go bad very quickly. Keen Nakamura Berta now round the outside. Can he hold it there? He's going to go for the switchback. Is it going to be held quite nicely? I don't think it will, but everybody now files their way through Slosh Gold round the outside. Can he stick it there? He's on the dirty side of the road. Alex Ninovich up the inside of the process. Going to be too wide into turn number 6. Now turn 7. Keen Nakamura Berta up the inside. He tries to stick it there. Not going to happen now. But so far, so good. The top 3 line as stern as they will make their run down and into turn number 9 for the first time. We'll actually make this the 3rd time in this race. Margin 0.3 of a second. Reginol the Hairy back to Keen Nakamura Berta, then Alex Ninovich, Sebastian Weldon, Reno Frankop, Maximilian Popov, Chi, Munoz, Stoltzmanis, and Alexander Adkazava. Now to the outside looks Sebastian Weldon. Not going to happen on Alex Ninovich. And he's way up the curb, and that's going to give the time for Sebastian Weldon. Look around the outside. Oh, sorry, up the inside of the exit of turn 1. As Kapil Anwar gets slightly pushed wide off the road with the Alpine coloured car. As now Reginol the Hairy to the outside. Keen Nakamura Berta to the inside. It's going to be up the inside, and Keen Nakamura Berta will take the lead. But watch out for Sebastian Weldon. Look, he's going to be all the way up the inside, and they're going to be almost side by side. But Sebastian Weldon and Reginol the Hairy back out. Keen Nakamura Berta takes the lead with 20 minutes to go. Yeah, intriguing battling going on here. Reginol the Hairy now looking back to the outside, the Yasmarinian driver. This will be a battle all year long, I could only imagine here. These two, and along with Sebastian Weldon, you can only imagine these 3 will be going nip and tuck all season. They will be right on each other's bumper bars, I would only guess, for most of the season. As they make their run now out of turn 8 and up through turn 9 they will go. But so far so good. Keen Nakamura Berta has kept a comfortable lead. Was able to overtake Reginol the Hairy up into turn 3. It's quite an easy move to be done if you don't lock up. If you lock up, then it might end badly. Now watch out for a bit of congestion into turn 1 here as they will try and fight for position. Meanwhile, off the road goes car 6, and that will be Anya Frey. And just to make his weekend just a little bit worse as well. Wouldn't imagine it. Jules Lascelles as well off the road. Up into Slosh Gold. As now up into turn 3 goes second and third. Reginol the Hairy and Sebastian Weldon up inside. Sebastian Weldon will get that move done. And as I said, turn 1, exit of turn 1 would be crazy in terms of battling for position. Now, to the outside goes Alex Ninovich. So this is Frankot and Popov side by side. Can Frankot get the move done? They're side by side and way up the curb in the gravel goes Reno Frankot, the Jamaican driver, pushing Frankot just a little bit wider than probably what he would have wanted. Yeah, probably a lot wider, must I say. Chi and Abkazava now going side by side on the exit of turn 5, up into turn 6, now into the fast right-hander of turn 7. See there, Alex Abkazava slowly making his way through the grid. P9 at the moment. He'll be hunting down Munoz. Currently sits in position 8. Drivers now will be settling into a rhythm. They'll be looking for opportunities for an overtaking manoeuvre. If that can be done, it will be given the chance of possibly, if you can get close enough, use that push to pass system. You've got 5 opportunities. We do not know up here in the commentary box when you're using it. Now to the outside goes One of the Rodin Motorsport cars up the inside and way up the curb goes, that was Al-Bashi. He tried to bash his way through up into turn 1, as now Sebastian Weldon gets the move done on Reginol to Harry. Now Alex Ninovich will be vulnerable. There's a bit of gravel being kicked up in the background as they all try and fight for position on the exit of turn 1 and up into turn 3. As I've said in the past, turn 2 isn't a corner, so you don't really count it. Reginol Harry now back to the outside as he once more looks for a move. Not going to happen. Not this time around, I could only suggest. With 16.5 minutes to go, let's take a little replay of what happens. This is Andrea Diop up inside of his teammate of Francisco Medico. The VAR drivers going toe-to-toe. Look at the cars. Using all the ripple strip all the way up the curb. And safety car has been deployed. As to why, I've just seen a driver drop down our timing screens. And over goes one of the RPM cars. Wow. Sorry, that is one of the Yaz Heat cars. Wow, that is big. That is one of the VAE cars. UAE cars for the RSGP team. Over, I think it's Emmanuel Olivieri. So safety car deployed. Wow, that's big. That is big. Emmanuel Olivieri. It's either Emmanuel Olivieri or that's the only person I could possibly think of at this point. At least for the RSGP team. Or it could be Yuki Sano. Around. Or upside down, must I say. And that is unfortunate. Hopefully, of course, driver is okay, but safety car once more has been pulled out in front of the pack. And we're back under safety car conditions, and this just sort of gives the drivers time to catch their breath and focus on probably where they are on track. Have a bit more, get a bit more of that concentration back in this race. 14.5 minutes to go. God hope that driver is okay. I think it might be Yuki Sano. Once we get confirmation of if that driver is okay, we will show you the replay as soon as possible. But yeah, that is big. Big, big, big into Slosh Gold. And as to how that driver actually ended up upside down into Slosh Gold is beyond me. Very, very scary. Not incidents you are likely to see in an F4 car. Definitely not likely to see a car upside down. But so far, so good. King Nakamura Berta has kept himself in a pretty good position. Overtook under that just after the safety car restart. That first one. And now he's taking control. He has and will take control of the pack on the restart next time around. See if that does him any dividends. Good to see. Very, very, very good to see. Is that one of the G4 racing cars? Good to see he's okay. And, oh, it's just a gravel trap that's turned that car over. And, must I say, it gives you a good look at the underfloor of that car. But there will be some roll bar damage on that car, if anything. Welcome in, Harrison. As the DTM medical car sends what I would think to be it was one of the G4 racing cars. So, or G4 racing or ISGP cars. I haven't actually got confirmation as to exactly who that was. There we go. We've got a car number, and that is Saka Al-Moshri. That is upside down. That was upside down. Confirmation. Saka Al-Moshri, who has ended up upside down on the exit of Slosh Gold into the gravel, and it was very much a lazy spin or rollover. And the gravel more or less has done its job. It could have been much, much bigger if the gravel, of course, wasn't there. Why was I doing 3 streams today? Well, good question. Good question. I don't know, I just felt like it. You know, it also gets the stream out of the way, you know. Less streaming I have to do. I mean, not good, but, you know, I'm a little bit behind with my whole streaming schedule. So, yeah, sort of needed to catch up a little bit. But yeah, under safety car conditions here, for the Formula Regional European Championship, certified by the FIA, no longer presented to you by Alpine. Of course, this deal with the FIA has been confirmed till 2031. If I just confirm that in the notes I printed earlier. Yes. So, confirmation 2031, we will have this deal signed for Freck. On ACC, you have the... What? You should do... You know what you should do? You should do a 3-hour challenge on ACC, and you have to stream the whole thing for 3 hours. Maybe. Maybe. I might. Maybe. Not 100%. Maybe, though. Take a look at some amazing replays of the camera crew here at Austria. As the drivers off the safety car restart made their run up into turn number 1. Savage over the curbs. See the cars kicking up the dust left on that curbstone. But amazing job from our teams here at Austria in the Alpine Mountains. But the safety car is in this lap after what was quite a scary crash. And immediately we are able... Okay. But yeah, scary incident there. As the safety car now is in this lap. You don't have to, it was just a suggestion. I'll think about it. I might. I mean, if you want to do it with me, I will. I will if you want to. We could do like an online one if you want. So 10 minutes to go. Left in this race is now Kin Nakamura Berta trying to get some form of tyre temperature in. With just under 9 minutes and 45 seconds to go. We're about to see quite a hectic restart here. And for the second time in 2026, it will be pedal to the metal and it's go, 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 go. For the second time this year. And so, Kin Nakamura Berta gets us off the line as he kicks up a bit of dust in the process and makes their run up through turn number 1. All the cars file their way through. So far, so good. Good restart for Kin Nakamura Berta now. To the outside, looks rather working. He tries to cover off one of the RSGP cars. That is Munoz. Moving to the outside as now up the inside goes Jen Perozowski on Albardi and gets the move done. He's up into position 24. Now side by side with Popov and Shi. They're side by side. They're going to be 3 wide. Severworkin, Munoz and Alex Abkazava as they all go 3 wide. Into turn number 1. Turn 3, sorry. There's a bit of contact there with one of the VAR cars. Into turn 3. Off the road. And that's a car slowing on the left-hand side. That is not good. And definitely with damage. Definitely with some form of damage indeed. As the drivers now make their run into Slosh Gold. And it might just be another safety car if that car that is slow on the left-hand side cannot get moving. If I was to guess, it might be a Miguel Acosta. Who was slowed on the left-hand side of the circuit. Looked to be an RPM colour car. And confirmation, Reza Severworkin out of this one. The Roden Motorsport team. An absolute shocker. 2 cars out, and there's only 1 car remaining, and that is Alex Ninovich. That is an absolute shocker. And Reza, if he can park that car in a safe position, we could stay green flag, but if he cannot, we'll see what happened. Oh, and it was just a Constantina effect. One of the VAR cars, and I think, of course, it was Kabir Anurag as well caught up in that. I say that. I look down at my notes to the nearest, closest car. There you go. That is unfortunate. Brez Severworkin was up inside the top 10 was scoring good points. It was on for nearly a 20-point weekend, nearly a 30-point weekend for Road Motorsport. Now to the outside, side by side on the exit of the final corner. Wow. Sebastian Weldon up the inside. Sorry, that was Alex Ninovich, the Australian. Side by side on the exit with the American, Sebastian Weldon. Side by side and gets the move done. Ninovich up at a P2 and will be storming on to try and catch Keen Nakamura Berta with 6 minutes to go. Yeah. An absolute storming charge here. As we, if we did though, we have to hope that we don't have to go, or we both have to do it on a weekend. Huh? I don't get a word you just said, but that's fine. Cars now making their run up through the final corner. Alex Ninovich now will be hunting down Keen Nakamura Berta. Drivers now making their run around the final corner for Ossetacor. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Now up into turn number 1. Go the drivers as they all sit line astern and waiting for an opportunity for a move. But at the moment, our eyes locked on this battle for first and second. Keen Nakamura Berta being hunted down by the Australian of Alex Ninovich. Up into turn 3, the drivers go. Looking for that ultimate passing opportunity. Sideways as drivers now try to go side by side on the exit of turn 3. Will that be successful? Not sure, but now they'll make their run down into Slosh Gold. See, of course, if those moves are successful. 3 wide in the background. Late under brakes, and it's behind Alex Abkazava, so it's Kai Darianani, Yuki Sano, and Munoz going 3 wide into Slosh Gold. That is a brave move to the inside of the circuit where all the dust is. Goes one of the Road Motorsport cars and what looks to be one of the RPM cars. Wow. That was brave. It was very brave indeed. This battle, though, very much spicing up. It's between Dion Gowda, Salim Hanna, and Marcus Saita. 12th, 13th, and 14th on the road. 5 minutes to go left in this one, though. Watch out, Alex Ninovich. With a push to pass to the outside of the circuit. To the inside goes Keen Nakamura Berta, covering, squeezing Ninovich to the outside of the circuit. And last time around, Ninovich was a second faster than Keen Nakamura Berta, with a bit of push to pass as well. How many does he have left, though? Has he burnt too much to catch up? And is this genuinely Keen Nakamura Berta's pace? Is he using push to pass? Of course, you can use it to defend. You can use it to defend, attack, or more or less defend, attack, or just be neutral, more or less. Last at the moment, to confirm your answer, it is Gabriel Gomez. Currently last in this race, according to my timing screens. So, Gabriel Gomez, again, he's let out. So, yeah. Gabriel Gomez last in this race, the Brazilian driver. 4 minutes to go. Yeah, Keen Nakamura Berta's pace is looking quite strong here in the early phase of this one. The late phase of this race, actually, does seem to be the fact that it is Keen Nakamura Berta who's just a little bit faster. Let's go, the Jack Smith of this series. Oh, that does suit. That very much does suit. 3.5 minutes to go, though, in this one. As they make their run out of the final corner here at Austria in the Red Bull Ring. It's been an absolutely amazing first race, and we've still got 2 more to go, plus a qualifying session. Oh, let me repeat that, Jasper as well. The Jasper of this series. We love to see it. We love to see it. 3 minutes, 10 seconds to go. The drivers now making their run up towards turn 3. We'll sit line astern, waiting for an opportunity to possibly overtake. Burning that push to pass as well. Of course, it does give you an extra 30 horsepower. 10 weeks until the series starts, yeah. 10 weeks, yep, you've got 10 weeks. You've got 10 weeks, mate. Got 10 weeks. Welcome in, Arif. Welcome in, my friend. You've joined probably with about 2.5 minutes to go in this Formula Regional European Championship race. To the outside now goes one of the RPM cars, side by side. That is with Kabir Anurag and Kostic. So it is not Kabir Anurag. I stand corrected. I stand corrected. I'll confirm that in a few moments' time. 2.5 minutes to go, though. A battle for 3rd and 4th as well going on. Sebastian Weldon and Rashid Al Daheri battling for position. 3rd and 4th. They all sit line and stern, though. Reno Freinkott in position 5. Off the road, slightly goes now. That was Sebastian Weldon as he fights for control of that car. He's actually slightly sideways on the exit of the final corner there. It's very close indeed. As now we see Annie Afraid going off the road up at turn 3. How have you been? It's been a long time you don't stream these days. I do stream. Don't worry, mate. I've been streaming. It's just we haven't seen each other in a long time. It's been since F1 up the inside. Goes Sebastian Weldon, locks the rear brakes, and off the road he goes. Sebastian Weldon now will be side by side with... Yeah, that was not good. If I was to say anything, that was not good. Sebastian Weldon now gives the position to Rashid Al Daheri, and in the process, burn, and burn. An extra 20 horsepower to the outside. And Rashid Al Daheri gets the move done. Yeah, very good. Very, very good. Overtake there from Rashid Al Daheri. An extra 30 horsepower into the back of that car, burning the push to pass for Rashid Al Daheri. And he's got the move done up into position 2, and it's all because it was an audacious move. Right, left, up the inside, locks the rear brakes, has nowhere to go, off the road at turn 3. And, well, let's just say you've just committed your own sentence there, Sebastian Weldon, given the Australian what looks to be a 2nd position. And Arav, very much liking that, it seems, is now will be struggling for what seems to be a bit of grip. As he makes his way back onto the circuit, and that gave the Yaz Heat car of Rashid Al Daheri a very good chance. Sideways off the road, Jan Perezowski tumbles a bunch of positions in the process. Sorry, staying corrected, that's Jules Russell. Off the road. Up the Jack Smith. Oh, that's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. Meanwhile, off the road goes Kai Darianani as he battles with Maximilian Popov. Popov has dropped back in this race. Quite a strange way as well. So they'll continue to battle for position. 1 lap to go. Wow, this race has flown by. 30 minutes can go quite quickly when you're enjoying it. Now to the outside. Looks Kabir Anurag. It is basically like Formula 3. This is Formula 3. This is Formula 3. You have just defined exactly what this is. This is Formula 3, except it's not Formula 3. It's Frecker. Not Frecker, Freck. I have to get used to saying that. Alexander Kazava makes a position up at a P8 as we look now. Look now, the curb goes Alexander Kazava gets the move done. Very nicely done. Up at a position 3. Alright, I thought it was like Formula 4. No, if you could read the title, it would say European. Dude, you do go-kart as well, and do you aspire to compete in F3? Huh? Wait, so, dude, you also go-kart, and do you aspire to compete in F3? Well, I would like to. I mean, that's every person's dream when they start go-karting, but, yeah, I'm liking driving go-karts and commentating. I've actually just finished an event, a go-karting event, commentating. Up the inside now goes Reno Freinkott. That's why I haven't actually been live a little bit. I actually did that on Wednesday, funnily enough. I'm actually doing one again this Wednesday as well. Final lap of this race, though, has just gotten underway. The final lap, you can see there on the graphic. The drivers now make their run around into turn 4. Keen Nakamura Berta leading out in front here. I think there was only one point in this race where I said to myself, oh crap, Keen Nakamura Berta's in trouble. But apart from that, this man, the Japanese driver, he's about to go back to back. Here, he done it in Italian F4, he did it in E4, and he's about to start his championship hopes on a very, very good style. Keen Nakamura Berta does it again. He wins in the Formula Regional European Championship, certified by the FIA. He's went back to back to back to back, and the crowd applaud in the process. What a race this was for the Formula Regional European Championship. The crowd applauding what was an absolutely fantastic race we've seen, and so do the marshals. Wow, what a race. I'll get to the messages in a moment, so stay here. Stay tuned. I'll get to all of the messages I've missed. But what a race. And I reckon King Nakamura will have a tear in his eye after that one. He's gone back to back to back to back. He did it in E4. He did it in Italian F4. Was very successful in his go-karting career. And has now, well, actually, he got his first pole in Freck. He's won his first race in Freck. He's won the Italian F4 Championship. He's done the E4 Championship. And he's won multiple European go-karting championships. So, what is there not to say about this man? He's very successful, if I was to say so myself. And I've actually followed his career since I started commentating in Italian F4 and was very, very successful. Won most races. King Nakamura, though, the man, the myth, the legend, finishes P1 of Rashid Al-Daheri, the Australian, in position 3. Alex Ninovich, Sebastian Weldon, Zenil Chi, the Italian driver, Marino Franco, Maximilian Popov, Alexander Abkazava, in position 8. Kai Darianani, Miguel Acosta, the only Brazilian finishing this race. Yuki Sano, Salim Hunter, Alexander Munoz, Dion Gauda and Yafrey, Marcus Seita, Emmanuel Olivieri, and of course Andrea Dub and Kabir Anurag lines up your top 19. Jen Perzowski, Francisco Medico, Andrea Kostic, Giovanni Maschio, Matteo Gagadi, Thomas Dolcemanes, Rahim Albadi, Jules Russell and Reza Sevworthen, Sajia Al-Moshri in position 19, and Gabriel Gomez out of this race. Now, it's very early on in this race, to be completely honest with you. Okay, so, let's catch up with some of the messages I have missed. So, Harrison said, but you come last every go-karts race, so you need to up your skills a bit. Okay, very funny. Arif said, I mean, do you want to race professionally as a career? Are you preparing for that? Yes, I mean, every man wants to. Every man wants, every man wants to race professionally. It's just whether you get to there. That's the problem. Don't worry, we've only missed 25 minutes. Exactly. Harrison, do you also want to be F1 driver one day, and are you working for it? I can only imagine, Harrison, I think every man, every woman wants to be an F1 driver. No, there you go. Harrison doesn't want to. Just inspired by motorsport. There you go. So, King Nakamura starts his weekend. Am I live? Hello? Hello? Can everybody hear me? Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Okay. So, my camera died. I had a full-on freak-out moment. Oh my god. My camera died, so that would explain what just happened. That would explain what just happened. Okay. Don't worry, you're fine. Okay. Okay. So. What have I missed? I mean, everyone wants, but certainly not every country has opportunity to produce one. Australia has the Great Piastri, but where I live in, no one has heard or talk about F1. Nobody talks about F1. Wow. Dude. Wow. That is insane. That is absolutely insane. Wow. It's also a little bit sad as well. Like, you want, you know, if you don't mind me asking. But yeah. So, we're not too far away now from the podium celebrations. And the top three concede of Keen Nakamura Berta, Alex Ninovic, and Rashid Al Tahiri. Let's celebrate right now.
You're around the circuit listening as well. 11:15 tomorrow is when you can go to the DTM fan zone and meet all 30 Formula Regional drivers. And then we will be the final race tomorrow as well. Race 3 will be at 40 minutes past 4. And that's how we will conclude things.
Times for Australian people. Convert this the way you want to. Convert this the way you want to. Tomorrow, 8 a.m. local time here in Australia. Convert this, by the way. Arav, you know, I mean. And then you've also got race 3 will be live from what time was race 3? I can't remember. I'm trying to have race 3 scheduled. Sorry, race 3 Monday, 9 o'clock. So yeah, don't miss it. So tomorrow, 8 a.m. local time. Actually, I'll probably move that to 7:30. So yeah, 7:30 local time. And of course, race number 3 qualifying will be happening from 4:40. Second part of qualifying. Race 2 from 7:30 tomorrow morning. Qualifying from 4:40. And then of course race 3 Monday from 9 o'clock local time. So racing done for race number 1. And what a weekend it has been so far. Alex Ninovic makes his way out on the podium along with Sebastian Weldon and Keen Nakamura Berta. So, what a race it has been. Now we see the Prema team make their way onto the podium as well. The more or less constructors team on the top step of the podium. We're about to see or hear the Italian national anthem and the British national anthem as well. The top rookie as well on the podium, the ART driver of... that is Matteo Giardi as well. About to hear now the British national anthem. I'll get to your questions in a minute.
Congratulations to...
Indeed, congratulations to Keen Nakamura Berta on taking top step of the podium. We've now got the trophies making their way out on to the podiums. And we'll see the top rookie as well in the rookie class. Onto the podium now goes, and we will see Keen Nakamura Berta grab his first place trophy. And I'm guessing for what will be many this season, shaking the hand of other teams / competitors on the podium. Second place trophy now being given out to the man, the myth, the legend, Rashid Al Tahiri, the UAE driver. Very successful in his own right in terms of the Middle Eastern Championship. Very, very successful in the Formula Regional Middle Eastern Championship, if you catched my streams there. Very, very good indeed. And of course, third place on the podium, Alex Ninovic, grabbing a third place trophy. Expecting a lot of second, maybe even first place trophies from that young man. Made his way through the Australian F4 Academy in the F4 Championship. Won that by 61 points last year. And now we're hoping to continue that. And, of course, the top rookie, Kabir Anurag, sorry, that is Matteo Giardi, who has bagged himself a rookie win. And he says to himself, not bad, not bad. Stands on, well, the top step of the podium in the rookie division. Photos will be given out by all the photographers. And we'll see the drivers now about to spray the fizzy. Yes, the iconical fizzy. And Rashid Al-Tahiri would have tasted a lot of that in his career so far. So would have Keen Nakamura Berta. I think all these drivers would have tasted it a lot. Let's get busy with the fizzy. Now, with the drivers getting themselves busy with the fizzy, let's just say that much. And Kabir Anwar, sorry, that was Matteo Caglari moving straight out of the way. Not wanting to get his suit smelling like sparkling water or more or less champagne, if you'd call it. Depending if these drivers are old enough. So yeah, going to quickly get to a couple of your questions from what I missed throughout the podium. So we've got Arif saying India. I don't know why I thought you were American. Interesting. Harrison said, oh, okay. LMAO in India, apart from cricket, no sport can survive. It's a dead-ass country. I watch cricket as well, so cricket's not dead. Up Jack Smith. Oh, very good. No, I mean, if you're a football or baseball player, then you won't be able to make it into international or anything. India is very weird-ass country. Harrison says, oh, that makes sense. Travis, are you still sick from the burnt rubber jelly beans? No, actually, surprisingly. I still have that taste, that awful taste in my mouth. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. And the only thing that will make me do that again is if I hit 300 subscribers by the end of the year. If that happens, I'll do it again live on stream. And if the video gets 50 likes, those are the only two things that will ever let me do that again. Ever. 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 I will never, ever, ever do that again, apart from those other two things. So yeah, what race? Are you 17? No, I'm 16. No, I'm not, by the way. I'm not. I've just leaked my age. Amazing. 15, 16, whatever one. I can't remember. I've got a brain of a bloody goldfish. Yeah, I'm 15. So yeah, that is the Formula Regional European Championship. Done and dusted for race number 1. We've got race number 2 in just over 12 hours time from now. So stay tuned for that. Won't be too far away. Just over 12 hours time from 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. Australia banned him in under 17. Yeah, under 16 actually. Make that. It's under 16. Nice stream. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. But yeah, Australia made in this stupid rule about, you know, under 16s not being able to use social media. So it failed. It failed miserably. It failed miserably. It failed miserably. Do you see me here now? It failed miserably. It failed miserably. It failed. It flippin' failed. It failed miserably. So yeah, top 3 in this race. Alex Nidovic scored some pretty good points in this one. Along with, of course, you've got people like Keen Nakamura Berta and a few other drivers, of course, were up there as well, showing their pace in a very, very good way. And a few retirements, of course, a big name, Gabriel Gomez will be starting from the back row of the grid in race number 2. Of course, race number 2 is a reverse grid. In Australia, does everyone recognise F1 as a sport? F1 in Australia is probably one of the biggest sports. If not the biggest. If not the biggest. It's recognised all across Australia. It really is. And it's good to see as well. Because I feel bad for those countries that don't recognise it, and they really should. Which is quite unfortunate. It's V8 supercars after F1, if you know what that is. No. Oh. That is a conversation, Harrison, we have over text message, not on a live stream. That is, yeah, that's controversial. That is a controversial topic to have. Very much controversial. But yeah, so top 3, of course, tomorrow's race will be a top 12 reverse grid, so make sure you're there. Be loads of action, and of course plenty of action was had throughout this one. But yeah, that is it for today's stream. Hope you guys did all enjoy. And make sure you guys catch, of course, tomorrow's stream. We'll be live another 3 times throughout the weekend. We've got race 2 from 7:30 tomorrow morning, just over 11 hours time, and of course 4:40 in Australia from 4:40 local time, Australian Eastern Daylight Time, for qualifying part 2. Then of course followed by the race as well. Race number 3 will be live from 9 o'clock on Monday. But that is it for Freck here today. I'll catch you guys all tomorrow morning from 7:30 local time. Thank you to Arav and thank you to Harrison for, of course, joining the stream. In Australia, what? I don't know what that was. Last message of the stream. Well, I couldn't relate LMAO. I asked 15 of my friends LMAO. They don't know what F1 is. If they don't know F1, what can you expect from millennials? That does make sense. But yeah, catch me again tomorrow from 7:30 for race number 2. And of course, from 4:40 for qualifying 2. And race 3 live from 9 o'clock on Monday. Catch you then. Bye-bye.
And then we'll be back to qualify and race tomorrow. That is all from the first race of the season. What a race. It was Nakamura Berta fighting with Al-Daheri at the start. Al-Daheri taking the lead of the race from him up at turn 3.
Catch you tomorrow.
Nakamura Berta then fighting back, but it was Nakamura Berta who eventually controlled things to win ahead of Al-Daheri and Alex Inovich. We'll see you at 40 minutes past 4 for race 2.